Hi everybody, this is Shawna Odette from the Flying Cat Academy. Welcome to lesson number 34. In this lesson, we will introduce the student to the TCH rule. Let's begin by setting up our table. You'll need your top 160 sight word list, the sight word study method instruction sheet, the card pack on which the student is currently working, some blank index cards, a highlighter, markers, and some pencils. For the short vowel drill, you'll need the teacher instruction sheet, the keyword pictures, and the keyword sentence. For the phonemic awareness drill, you'll need the teacher instruction sheet and the colored tiles for the student. For the visual drill and auditory drill, you'll need the teacher instruction sheets and the card pack on which the student is currently working. You'll have to set up the syllable card drill in advance. You'll need to cut out those cards and have them ready for the student. And then for the magnetic letter tile and spelling drill, you'll need the teacher instruction sheets and the cookie sheet with the letters spread in a rainbow shape. You'll need the syllable pounding sheet, the kinesthetic discovery instruction sheet, and the sheets for the lesson. You'll notice that the TCH rule card is the first sheet today because we are going to need that in the lesson. Underneath it, there is the word list as usual, and the story and the 3 sentences for the writing section. In addition, we'll be doing some review with blending drills to review the sound of TH again, like we did in the last lesson. And in addition to that, in lesson 33, we discussed whether or not the student was ready to have a fluency piece added to the program. If you have decided that this is the right time to do that, then you'll have a timer on the table, or I guess you could use your phone if you'd prefer, and you will be timing the student for 1 minute as they do their timed reading. If you're wondering if it's time to add a fluency component, then you can go back to lesson 33 where I discuss it in greater detail at the start of that lesson. It is important to add a fluency piece when the student's ready, and this is not part of the Orton Gillingham method, so we have to add it in with a different program such as Read Naturally or the 6-minute reading solution. We'll start with sight words. So student, can you take out your sight word pack? I'd like you to read through each word. When you get one correct, you will put a check mark in the corner of the index card. If you have any trouble, your teacher will be ready with blocking strategies to help you out. Once you're finished, give your card pack to your teacher. Then it's your teacher's turn to read. Your teacher reads each card, and you will write down the word. If you get it correct, you will put a little check mark in the other corner of the card. And once again, there are blocking strategies if you run into trouble. Once you're finished, have a discussion with your teacher about which of those words you feel is mastered. If there is a mastered word, you can remove it from your card pack. This will leave space, so if there's time, then you can have a new word introduced, and you'll get a new word into your pack. Let's do the short vowel drill. You'll need your keyword pictures and your keyword sentence. In this one, you take 2 fingers and you trace your keyword shape while saying the keyword. And then you underline it and say the target sound. For example, I might say, up, and you'll do that as many times as your teacher deems necessary. Once the confusion of the vowels has been resolved, then your teacher will remove this drill from the lesson plan. And you'll do the tracing as many times as your teacher says. When you're finished, you can say your keyword sentence, stretching out your vowel sounds as you do it. Let's do the phonemic awareness drill. You're going to need your colored tiles for this one. Can you take out a tile and call it shh? Can you repeat that sound? Okay. The next sound is aw. Can you repeat that sound? Now grab a tile and call it aw. Put it right after shh. Okay. The last one is called p. Can you repeat that sound? Now grab a tile for p and put it at the end. Now tap each sound and say the word. Did you get shop? If you did, that's correct. I will go into the shop and buy a magazine. Find the sh in shop and just touch it. Okay, you got your fingers on it. I'd like you to change the sh into a ch. Can you repeat that sound? Okay, do that now. And tap it and say it. Did you get chop? I will give a karate chop. If you did, that's correct. Okay, so if that's chop, I would like you to add a new color. Call it Put it right before the p in chop. What's your new word? Tap it and say it. Did you get chomp? Maybe the alligator will give a big chomp. That's correct. All right, find the ah in chomp and change it into an What's your new word? Did you get chump? Sometimes we call a silly person a chump. Okay, and now find the ch in chump and change the ch into a th. What's your new word? Tap it and say it. Did you get thump? If you did, that's correct. Great job. You can put your tiles away. Let's do the visual drill. You'll need your card pack for this one. This is where the teacher flashes the card and the student says the sound. Student, what sound is this one? Did you say eind? If you did, that's correct. You might have said ind, and that does happen in some words like cinder, Cinderella. We did learn this as an exception to the closed syllable rule because many times that I is going to say its name, which is unusual. It's not what should happen in a closed syllable. Think of find, mind, kind. Okay, teacher, you can use about 6 to 8 flashcards in this way and then come back to me. For the auditory drill, we'll use that same card pack that we used in the visual drill. The teacher doesn't show the cards this time. The teacher says a sound. Student, can you repeat the sound? Okay, now what symbol or symbols can make the sound? Write them down now. Once you finish writing them down, underline each one and say that sound. And then we'll do a quick check. Did you say PH and F? Those are the two sounds that can make that. Do you know what words tend to have PH instead of F? They tend to be Greek ones, often medical ones and science ones. So think pharmacy is a medical word. You go to the pharmacy to get medicine, or physician is a doctor. Okay, teacher, you can do about 6 to 8 flashcards in this way and then come back to me. We'll move into the syllable card drill now. This is where you tap it and say it. Read down all the syllables in the left column and then all of the syllables in the right column. And then you'll read across each row, making nonsense words as you go. And then the last step is that you unscramble the words by changing around the ones in the second column. We're going to do some syllable pounding. Student, do you remember the definition of a syllable? We have some hand gestures that help us to remember it. This is the first one, this is the second, and this is the third. And what do we say? We say a syllable is a word, and our hands are showing the whole word, or part of a word, because that's just a little bit of the word, with one vowel pattern. Can you repeat that with me? A syllable is a word or part of a word with one vowel pattern. We're listening for the vowel sounds when we're trying to figure out how many syllables are in a word. There's different ways to do this. You could feel them. Shawna. When I say my name, my chin drops and hits my hand twice. The chin is dropping when a vowel sound is created, so that if it hits twice, I must have 2 syllables in my name. Shawna. You could do that way to figure it out, or you could raise your hand and you can just pound them out as you hear them. So how many syllables are in disgust? Did you say 2? If you did, that's correct. How about this one? Discontented. I'm going to try to pound that one out. Discontented. So I got 4 on that one. Did you get 4? Let's think about that one, what that means. So we have to zero in on the base. Tent. And then content. What does it mean to be content? So that means happy. So if we put another prefix in front of that, discontent. What does it mean to be discontented? Well, this is away. So it's this idea of being away from the idea of being contented. Not happy, probably. Okay, we've been looking at situations where two consonants are side by side, and instead of blending together as we expect them to, they're making a brand new sound. TH can make two sounds. What are those two sounds? Can you tell your teacher? Did you say th as in thanks or th as in then? If you did, that's right. Two sounds. Let's review the sounds of TH by doing a quick blending drill. If your teacher has this set up on the table, then you can do it that way. And if not, then just keep playing the video and you'll do it with me. Let's move into the new content part of the lesson. You're going to need your TCH rule card for this one. Can you pull that out now? Student, let's read it together. So, when do we use TCH at the end of a word, and when do we use CH? There's a rule that can keep us on track with this. So here's what it is. We're talking about a one-syllable base, so one-syllable word. If that word ends in CH, and the sound directly before the CH is a short vowel, then we're going to spell it with TCH. What does that mean? Do you have your magnetic letter tiles right there? Let's build a word and it'll be easier when we show it. So let's build a word. We're going to start with P. Can you repeat that sound? Okay, find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. Your next sound is Ah. Can you repeat that sound? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. And your last sound is Ch. Can you repeat that sound? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. And then the word is going to look like, does yours look like mine? Well, that's spelled incorrectly because this is one of those cases where we have CH at the end of the word. And right before the CH is that ah sound, the short vowel sound. Well, that can't be. Think of it this way. The CH does not want to babysit. It says, I will not act as a babysitter ever. So T comes in and he's got his arms stretched out. You can see his arms on the T. He's like, whoa, everybody. No need to get stressed out. I will step in and be the babysitter. So T is there to save the day. So that's how we spell patch. Okay, let's try a different word. Can you take a tile for H? Can you repeat that sound? Okay, find the correct tile for H and pull it to the middle. Okay, how about Okay, repeat that sound. And now grab the correct tile and pull it to the middle. And the last sound that you hear is Ch. Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. Okay, it looks like that. We have a problem. We have the sound, short vowel sound, followed by a ch. Ch says, I will not babysit. No way. So our good friend T, he's the one that always steps in. He says, okay, I'm there. I'll save the day. I will be the babysitter. So even though we don't hear that T in hutch, we just hear the ch. We have to know that we have to write it. It's in there. If we had a word like this, do we need to have a T as to come in as a babysitter? Tap this word and say it. What's this word? Hunch. Hunch. I have a hunch that you'll be able to read that word. Does the T need to come in and be a babysitter? No, because there's already a babysitter. The N's already doing that job, so we don't need the T to come in. There's no problem because the CH is not having to be the babysitter. And that's how that works. Good job. Let's do a quick sort to practice when we use TCH and when we use CH. Remember that the rule is at the end of a word, if you hear that ch sound, and right before the ch sound you hear a short vowel, then you need that TCH to step in and be the babysitter because CH will not babysit. So what if we have a base that starts with crun? See at the bottom here? Crun. Would that be a CH situation if I wanted to add a ch sound onto crun? Or would it be a TCH situation? What do you think? Tell your teacher, do I have to add TCH or CH? That's actually just a CH because we already have a babysitter there. The N is stepping in. So if I hear crun, then I'm not hearing a vowel sound followed by CH. I'm hearing something in the middle there. So I don't need the TCH. If we look at the next one, CRU, I've got this little symbol above it to say, hey, that's a short sound. So that would be cr. And I want to turn this into crutch. Do I need to put a TCH or a CH to turn it into crutch? What do you think? Well, do you hear the sound right before the ch in crutch? Let's tap it out. Ch. That's absolutely what I hear. So that would be a TCH situation. That's how you spell crutch. Okay, if we have ran and we want to put ch on the end of ran, what will be our word? Ranch. I will go to the ranch. Another word for farm. So if I want to spell ranch, would I spell it R-A-N-C-H or R-A-N-T-C-H? What do you think? Explain your thinking to your teacher. Okay, here's the answer. It's just CH because we have the babysitter N there already. So we don't need a second babysitter to come in. Okay, the next one is, sorry, I showed it to you, hatch. And so if I had hat and I wanted to add ch on the end of hatch, it would turn into hatch with a TCH because I hear the a, and then right after it I hear CH. How about the last one here? If you had sti, and I want to turn it into stitch, is that a TCH situation or a CH situation? How do I spell it? Talk it out with your teacher. That one is a TCH situation because in stitch I hear st-itch. So the short vowel sound I and the ch are side by side. CH does not want to babysit, so the T steps in to help out. Great work. Let's take out the magnetic letter tiles and we'll do the magnetic letter tile drill for reading now. Okay, do you have your tiles all ready? Your sound is P. Can you repeat that sound? Now find the tile for P and pull it to the middle. The next sound is I. Can you repeat that sound? Now find the correct tile for I and pull it to the middle. The last sound is ch. Can you repeat that sound? Now find the correct tile or tiles and pull them to the middle. Now I'd like you to think about the TCH rule. Let's apply it to that word. Okay. What's your word? Tap it and say it. Did you get pitch, like I would pitch the ball? If you did, that's correct. And I hear the I sound, so p, I. The very next sound is ch, and ch will not act as a babysitter, so T has to step in that word. So that's a TCH word. Okay, put your tiles away and let's try a new one. Okay. Ol is your first sound. Can you repeat that sound? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. The next sound is Can you repeat that sound? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. Next sound is Can you repeat that sound? Now find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. The last sound is Ch. Can you repeat that sound? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. Now let's apply the TCH rule. Is this a TCH situation or not? How did you spell lunch? Did you spell it L-U-N-C-H? Did you figure out it was the word lunch when you read it, when you tapped it and said it? Okay, I hope so. So put your tiles away, and teacher, if you feel like there is time for another word, you can build another word with the magnetic letter tiles. And if not, then just carry right on to reading the single word list and then having the student read the story. Let's do the magnetic letter tile drill for spelling. Remember that in all of these words, we're working on the TCH rule. So you're trying to think, is this a situation where I need to add TCH or not? Your word is inch. Can you repeat that word? Now let's use it in a sentence. I might say, an inch is a small unit of measurement. Can you put inch in a sentence? Okay, what's the first sound that you hear in inch? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. What's the next sound that you hear in inch? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. And what's the last sound that you hear in inch? Apply any spelling rule that you need to apply, and then tap it and say it. How'd you do? Did you spell it I-N-C-H? If you did, that's correct. We don't need a T. There's no TCH in that one because we already have the N doing the job. It's separating the vowel from the CH. Okay, put your tiles back and let's try a new one. Your word is itch. Can you repeat that word? If I was putting it in a sentence, I might say, I have an itch that I want to scratch. Okay, what's the first sound that you hear in itch? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. And what's the next sound that you hear in itch? Find the correct tile or tiles and pull them to the middle. And now apply the rule. Tap it and say it. How did you spell itch? Did you spell it I-T-C-H? If you did, that's right, because I hear the I sound, and then directly after it I hear the ch. So I must have to separate those two with the T. Okay, teacher, if there's time permitting, you could do a third word at this time. And if not, then let's just move on to tapping. Student, I will let you either tap the word out, saying the sounds as you tap, or you could trace it if you'd prefer, where you're tracing on your body part and saying the sounds. Your word is hunch. Can you repeat that word? I might say, I have a hunch. So tap it out, and then grab the word, say the whole word, and then I want you to write it down with your pencil on a lined piece of paper. Teacher, you can check the work. Okay, your next word is hitch, as in, I have a hitch on the back of my truck. Hitch. Can you repeat that word? Okay, tap it or trace it, saying the sounds. Say the whole word, pull it across, and then write it down. Teacher checks the work. And then we've got some sentences that we need to write. So teacher, you're going to read all three of the sentences to the student, and student, you can pick two that you'd like to write. And when you finish the sentence, please use chops to check your work. In this lesson, we reviewed the two sounds that TH can make. Do you remember those two sounds? Say them to your teacher now. TH can make th or th. And then we introduced a new rule, the TCH rule. Let's review what we've learned about that rule. So here is a word. Let's tap it and say it. So the first sound is I, N, Ch. And let's put those together. We get inch. And we're wondering, is this spelled correctly, or do I have to spell it with a TCH? What do you think? Talk it out with your teacher. The answer is that's correct. Because what we're trying to do with this TCH rule is the CH does not want to act as a babysitter. It says, keep me away from those vowels. I don't want to deal with kids. So I, the short vowel, has to be away from the CH. And so you have to have a babysitter. In this case, the N's already there doing the job, so we don't need the T to step in. So that is correct. How about if I had the word itch? So in this case, you're just hearing these two sounds, itch. Is that a situation where I need the TCH to step in? It sure is. So this would be like I have an itch that I want to scratch. I-TCH. Great job today. That's the end of lesson 34. This is Shawna Odette from the Flying Cat Academy.